I'm Oscar Nygren, and this is Imperfect Action. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the power of polarization and how to turn any trigger to your advantage. And if you're new to this channel, make sure that you click the subscribe button, the notification bell, and make a thumbs up, because I intend to make a video every day that makes those who wants to share their gift with the world become empowered and feel like doing it. So anyway, let's get into today's topic. And it actually starts this morning. You see, I was lying in bed and I was thinking about a specific thing. I was triggered by a guy and I wasn't really sure why. And yesterday I was watching a YouTube video. It was a woman who was interviewing a guy, and I felt that this guy, he had a certain confidence around him. He was very sure and very calm and very composed. And I noticed how I was scrolling, and then I scroll down, and I go up again, and there was some distortion inside of me. I didn't really know what it was. So I stopped looking, and this morning when I woke up, I was lying, and this thought popped into my head around this guy. And I was questioning what was going on, because obviously I was triggered, but I didn't know what that trigger was about. But I knew that there was something that I needed to look at. And so I started looking at it, and obviously, I mean, his confidence, his calm, he's composed, and he's making a difference in the world for people. So what wasn't there to like? Very interesting, right? So as I'm lying there, I'm starting to realize, well, I'm jealous. I'm jealous at his way of being. I'm jealous in his way that he makes that woman that is interviewing him feel. And since being a recovering people pleaser, I sort of started to understand that he was hinting at something that I had repressed inside of me. A quality of him that I saw was something that I said to myself that I don't have. And therefore, I get jealous, right? I am comparing him to me. Thus, I get jealous. So I became polarized in that moment. So what is polarization? Well, it's interesting when you think about that word, because polarize means poles, right? So there's a plus and a minus. And the interesting thing is, us human beings, we have a magnetic energy field around us. And that magnetic energy field operates due to the heart, which is the biggest magnetic power. I think it has 5,000 times bigger magnetic field than what the brain has. And the interesting thing about magnets is that it polarizes, right? If you cut a magnet up, it is still the same. So when I was thinking about this guy, I realized that I am separating myself from him, right? I'm polarizing him in my mind. And so if I would have stayed angry or jealous, and I didn't recognize them, or I would push him away for some kind of reason, I would have stayed polarized inside of me. And because of that, I wouldn't have access to the traits, the attitudes, the actions that he was demonstrating. His calmness, his composedness, his composure. But by me staying and feeling what was going on, I started to feel the polarization of my magnetic field around that specific thing that he was showing to me. And because of that, I am bridging the gap from whom I at that moment thought I was to the parts that he was showing that I also possess. So I was bridging that gap by starting to feel it, right? By feeling, you are healing. And also, the moment it happens for you, the moment you are triggered, that's the moment when you have an opportunity. You have the opportunity to heal it by feeling it. And if you don't seize that opportunity right then and right there, well, you can just make a mental note around it and go back to it, look at it, heal it, feel it, move on. So the world is always there for us. But we have an idea that it's about what we want that should happen. But that's not how it works. It works how it's about what we need. Because every moment, there is a need that is fulfilled. You always have everything you need in the present moment. The only thing that says that you don't have that, well, that's your ego, or that's your way of reasoning around your own life. So when you take away that filter that is polarizing your reality, you are essentially healing the magnetic field around your body. And when you're healing that field, everything around you starts becoming neutral. And neutrality is not apathy. All right? It's not that everything is dull. It's just an innate opportunity of creation. So neutrality gives you the capability to go in any direction you want. And you don't have any resistance for the higher things, for the juiciness, for the good stuff. But you don't have that much resistance either in the other direction. But normally, when you get to neutrality, you do not feel compelled to go in that direction because you rise in your consciousness. So, someone you idolize or someone you despise is someone you polarize. Right? It doesn't only work in the negative way. It works in attraction and repulsion. Right? You're attracted to someone. It's like, oh, you feel this urge. And what is that about? Right? What is that person? What qualities are that person demonstrating? Because that attraction in itself is also a trigger. Right? Maybe I'm triggering you right now, either positive or negative. Doesn't matter. And that's the good thing. So as you're starting to do videos, or you start sharing your gift with the world, and you start noticing how people get angry and frustrated and flustered and or super up joyful and or whatever it is, you are polarizing, right? You're giving them the gift of feeling a trigger that they need in that moment. So any time that you get a negative comment, I know it's hard, but you're essentially helping someone. And maybe they won't stop and feel it and heal it at that moment, but because of they will sooner or later be saturated by their own suffering because of their unwillingness to feel it, they will sooner or later heal. It's just a law of life. So that's how you do it. That's how you turn a trigger into something that is beneficial for you. So any trigger is essentially a hint at an opportunity for an upgrade in your consciousness. Anytime it happens, anytime you're around anything. Isn't that beautiful, right? Then life can become this adventure, and you know that you can reach the next level, but just being aware of what it is that it is mirroring to you, right? Because the world is your mirror. It's just reflecting towards you what are the inner beliefs that you are having. Everything is built in fractals. And the law of correspondence says that your reality is in direct correspondence, in direct resonance with what is in your mind. Because what is in your mind is causing actions that is reflecting out on your present reality. Okay, guys. I feel done. Thank you so much for watching. And so much peace, love, and joy to you. See you in the next one. Bye for now.